Okay, yeah, it's me again, Elmer. Hi, I'm in Rochester still because Roger's still here, and I'm staying at his mom's house. But I just wanted to get out of the house for a little bit because she always wants to talk about crocheting and recipes and stuff like that, which is not important to me. Anyway, if you look behind me there, they built a road. It's a regular road, but it's smaller, not so wide, and they only let people like take a bicycle, or they could run, or they could walk, or I guess they could skip, or they could use like rollerblades or roller skates. I don't know if they can use, like motorcycles. I don't think so. But anyhow, that goes for a long ways. It's miles and miles, and so I don't know if we're going to get anybody actually walking on it or anything. And I am not going to go over there and walk because I am not that ambitious. Number one, and number two, I do not want to get in that good a shape. I got to protect. Well, not really. I mean, I need to lose weight, but you know that already. Sorry, I told you that. Anyhow, this is Rochester, and they try to make it really nice here. And they do not call us tourists, they call us visitors. So you come here, and most of the people are sick who come here, or they might be sick, or they're worried about being sick. So maybe it's like somebody comes here and they're worried about being sick, visitors, or something like that. Minnesota City, people come through there, they're just tourists, or they're going somewhere, whatever. But so I'm going to show you a bunch more stuff. I got to get closer to the camera so you can kind of see stuff. And we're going to turn the camera around, and then over there, basically is, they got the downtown, and they got the big Mayo Clinic buildings, and there's a whole bunch of them now. And then they even have some for cars. They have, I mean, not for sick cars, they're just for cars to park in. But they're not just on one level. They go up and up and up and up, and you'd have to drive around and around and around inside just to find a place to park, and then you got to pay. You can go to Minnesota City. You can park at the Highway 61 filling station for free. You don't even have to pay for it. Besides, being free coffee, you get free parking. I guess that's pretty good. I should remember to put that on a sign somewhere. Anyhow, so that's what that's about, and I guess people like it here, and people come because, anyway, there's a lot of people. So let me show you some more stuff. So then over here, they got this other thing. I don't want to be critical, but the sign in front says RPU. PU, like when somebody break wind in school and then somebody else would say PU, that would be bad. And I don't know why they say RPU, but maybe they didn't think that far ahead. I'm thinking that, but it could stand for something else. Maybe it's Rochester Public Utilities or something. But I don't know. So they didn't tell me. So okay, so we got some more stuff. You got to look at the river. And they got a river, and this is called the Zumbro River. And this is a case where I don't know if you can see behind me there, but there's going to be somebody coming up, like paddling some kind of weird paddle boat thing. And I guess you can like take one of those out on the river if you pay them some money to rent it. So you just look at the I guess they're the visitors, having a very big Sunday afternoon paddling, and you could just ride a bike and paddle, but oh no, they got to do their legs, back and forth and stuff. Anyway, that might be kind of boring, so let's see some more stuff. So if you look all the way over here, there's a bridge, and you can see the bridge there, but underneath all those shade trees and stuff, there's some more stuff to see. And there's like a place for two people to swing, and I think it's like for people that like want to neck, or whatever they call it now, like kiss each other and stuff. So maybe it's for romantic people, which is not me. I hope I didn't make my microphone make a bunch of noise, but it is not me, and I am not planning to go over there and do anything with anybody, especially because I don't know anybody here except Roger, and I'm not going to kiss Roger. I mean, he's my friend, but we're not that kind of way. So anyhow, you can see some more stuff now. I'm going to keep on turning the camera, and maybe if you look real quick, you can kind of catch that some bicycle riders are going by, and then maybe there's some trees and some more stuff. Anyway, it's kind of a good place to come if you like that kind of stuff, And I just want to say, oh, what, you know, you can even hear trains here sometimes. So of course we hear the train all the time where I live, but if you don't, you know, maybe you don't have a train near you, so you could listen to the train. I don't know if you can hear them now, but they're kind of rumbling, you know. So anyway, it's Elmer saying peace and see you later, alligator. And hope I get back to Minnesota City before long, so, well, we can go back to normal stuff, you know. Anyway, bye.